The deadline for the year's NBA trade is fast approaching. The date has been slated for March 25th, and every team wants to find the perfect fit for their team before this deadline. Since the deals of James Harden, Derrick Rose, and Blake Griffin, it appears like there wouldn't be any major deal involving top talents before the end of the trade period. However, the recent trade rumors have shown otherwise. It appears like every team is prepared to go the extra mile to get the best deals. One of such teams is the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are redesigning their team around Karl Anthony Towns, their franchise centerpiece. Even though the team has been doing well in the past few games, it appears like they are missing something very important, a power forward. And the best option is none other than John Collins, who currently plays for the Atlanta Hawks. Welcome to Courtside, and in today's video, we're looking at the rumor around John Collins moving to the Timberwolves and a bunch of buy and sell rumors that have engulfed the NBA. Do not forget to hit our subscribe button if you haven't, and also share this video with your pals. The Timberwolves have built a team around Karl Anthony Towns, a powerful centerpiece in the court of play. While several analysts have suggested that the team is tilting towards a consistent path of success, it can be quite hard to share this optimism. This is because Towns is 25, and if they want to get the best out of him, the best time is now. The team also includes Malik Beasley and D'Angelo Russell, who have become fiery point scorers in the past few matches, plus Anthony Edwards, whose elite explosion and shot-making creates a complete equation. At first look, this equation is foolproof and promising. However, on closer examination, it becomes obvious that this team is missing a power forward to boost the lineup. In spite of the fact that the team has Jaden McDaniels and Jared Vanderbilt, it is still important that they look outside their team for a perfect option. Of course, the team has started its search, and the favorite is none other than Atlanta's John Collins. Jack McMullen of ESPN said on the Bill Simmons podcast, Minnesota is dying to have him. Minnesota wants him bad. What will they offer? I don't know. They really want him. I think there are other teams too, but Minnesota particularly. John is no doubt a fine choice, 23 years old, but already plays like an all-star. He averaged 20 points and 10 boards in the last two seasons, and has already averaged a 38.7% three-point shooting since the beginning of the 2019-2020 season. It's only a matter of time before the player approaches the restricted free agency, and this is one of the reasons why the Atlanta Hawks have decided to gauge his market value. However, it would take the Hawks many trades before they're able to land a player better than Collins. This is also the reason they'd be wary about releasing him. Perhaps there could be a sign and trade in the offseason, but right now, it doesn't seem like Collins will be moving to Minnesota. The Boston Celtics started the season with high hopes. They want to finally win the Eastern Conference Championship after making it to the finals 3 times in the last 4 years. However, the departure of Gordon Hayward has shown to affect the team more than they expected. Not only do they appear to be completely detached from winning a championship, they're also ranked 13th in net rating, 19th on defense. Even though some of their players have shown huge improvements in recent times, it doesn't seem like this would be enough to make things right again for the team. And this is exactly why the team is aggressively searching for an external powerhouse, making them turn to Jeremy Grant, a rising star with the Detroit Pistons. According to James L. Edwards III on the A-List podcast, he said, I believe the Celtics have offered multiple firsts for him. I don't know what multiple means. It could be 2, it could be 3. Boston seems like a team that is very, very, very desperate to get him. Frankly, Grant deserves all the attention that the Celtics are giving him. He's a 27-year-old player who currently has a 3-year, $60 million deal with the Pistons. He's known for his top-tier defensive abilities and his offensive versatility, all of which are evident in his form of 23.6 points, 2.4 threes per game, and a 2.9 assists. The Celtics team has a strong attack which consists of Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Kemba Walker, and for a team looking to expand their options, Jeremy Grant is the perfect fit. But with the richest trade exception and first-round picks in the history of the NBA, Boston shouldn't press this hard for any player. In fact, the team has enough trade options that they should not desperately pursue any of those options. Grant is no doubt a very good player, but there are also players like Harrison Barnes, Victor Oladipo, Thaddeus Young, and Nikola Vucevic. If the team hadn't shown desperation, they would have acted as a godfather and made a deal with the Pistons, who wouldn't move Grant for less. Now Boston has shown desperation, and the Pistons are surely going to prey on this. Do you consider Porzingis a star? Do you think he would be worth over $65 million in the next 2 seasons? Do you also think he would be the right co-star in a team that includes Luka Doncic? Most importantly, is he good enough to help the Dallas Mavericks win an NBA championship? Honestly, it would be quite impossible to answer these questions accurately. There are a ton of other factors involved in this, but it could be a reason for the availability of Porzingis this season. Even though there hasn't been an exclusive announcement, the big guns in basketball already think they know about his availability. Tim McMahon of ESPN writes, although Mavs owner Mark Cuban and coach Rick Carlisle publicly declared that the team had not engaged in trade discussions regarding Porzingis, the perception among executives around the league is that he's available. As simple as this sounds, we must be sure we understand the context in which available is used. It could mean a number of things. First and foremost, it could mean that the Mavs are interested in moving him. It could also mean that they're looking forward to a buy offer that'll sweep them off their feet. And then it could also mean the player is available in the same way all players are, yet everyone knows they aren't going anywhere. In this scenario, the second reason looks like the most legit. Why would the team just put up a shot blocker as good as Porzingis on the market? Why would they just want him off the team that fast? However, with his constant injuries, it only makes sense that they would want to let him go while he's still at his prime. Also, the timing seems completely off because his contract with the Dallas Mavericks is still very active. In late January, we got news that the Pelicans were open to moving Lonzo Ball. Of course, it made sense. He's already headed for restricted free agency and is also averaging 12 points and 4.7 assists. Sources in the league also mentioned that trade talks were already ongoing. However, it fizzled for a while, and we have reason to believe that he would be staying with the Pelicans till the end of the season. The trade speculation on Lonzo Ball was looking good, even with the pause in the trade talks. He's only 23, but is already averaging 16 points and 5.3 assists. He also has successfully converted 43.5% of his triples. In addition to this, he's hitting 40% of his three-point attempts. Furthermore, the value of Ball and his asking price will continue to increase. He's becoming a better player in the court of play and a threat against any team that comes against the Pelicans. However, to see Ball's full potential or make him become consistent threat to oppositions, the team would have to add more shooters to the team. With all this said, Lonzo Ball would most definitely be completing the season in New Orleans. Other players who could move include Larry Nance Jr., who hasn't played since the 6th of February due to a fractured finger on his left hand. In spite of the injury, the Cleveland Cavs have not stopped receiving phone calls from teams who want to know about his availability. Teams like the Boston Celtics, Dallas Mavericks, New Orleans Pelicans, Philadelphia 76ers, Minnesota Timberwolves are just some of the teams that have shown interest in the player. PJ Tucker, despite the fact that he's 35 years old, is still a player several teams are interested in. In fact, it's highly probable that PJ Tucker will not finish the season with the Houston Rockets. After the season, PJ Tucker will be under the free agency umbrella. His team has also set an asking price for him. One thing is certain, Tucker will be leaving very soon. And there you have it. All the trade rumors in the NBA at the moment. You think we missed out on some juicy rumors? Do not hesitate to tell us about it in the comments section. Thank you for watching. Until next time, we are Courtside.